If you've always wondered why some people can manifest success, love, abundance, while others seem stuck in repetitive cycles of frustration, get ready. What I'm about to share with you is the secret many don't reveal. Your vibrational frequency can change everything. We're going to dive into the mysteries of the universe, understand how the quantum field works, and discover how to reprogram your energy to attract the reality you desire. And the best part? You can start today. So, if you want to finally unlock this secret and learn how to use your energy to transform your life, stick with me until the end of this video, because in the next few minutes, I'll show you how to access this power and change your life in ways you never thought possible. The attention we give to the things around us is much more than just focus. It's the starting point of everything we manifest in our lives. Imagine that every thought, every image that crosses your mind is like a seed planted in the fertile soil of the universe. What happens to that seed depends on how much mental energy you devote to it. This isn't just an abstract philosophy, but the very foundation of the law of attraction. The more attention you give something, the more you nurture that reality within the quantum field. Here's the key. Where is your attention right now? Is it on your dreams or your fears? When we focus intensely on something, we are literally shaping our reality. Think about moments in your life when you were so immersed in an idea or goal that it felt like the universe conspired to make everything flow in that direction. What you focus on is what comes to life. It's like tuning a cosmic antenna to pick up the vibrations that are in sync with what you desire. But this applies to both desires and worries. And there's the question, what have you been feeding with your attention lately? What's flourishing in your reality today? Attention is like a spotlight that illuminates the path you wish to follow. If you direct that light towards something, you're automatically taking light away from other areas. That's why choosing where to focus your attention is critical in the manifestation process. It's as if the universe is waiting for you to say, "Here, this is where I want to invest my energy." And the cosmic energy responds, bringing forth the opportunities, experiences, and even people that reflect that choice. After all, attention not only creates, it also sustains what is created. And so, we begin to understand how this attracts events into our lives, which brings us directly to the next point. We attract what is within the field of our attention, whether positive or negative. The mind, contrary to what many think, doesn't differentiate between "I want" and "I don't want." It only focuses on the image you're projecting. Have you ever noticed how, when you intensely fear something, it seems like that very thing starts to come closer? This happens because the intense focus, fueled by fear, brings those circumstances into your reality. And it's no coincidence. Everything in the universe is vibrational, and the frequency you emit when focusing on something, whether with desire or fear, ends up bringing more of that same vibration back to you. This is the secret behind the famous law of attraction, where like attracts like. If you spend most of your time thinking about your limitations, doubts, or difficulties, inevitably, these energies return to your life as concrete experiences. It's as if the universe is listening to every thought and saying, "Oh, this is what you want? Then here's more of that." The same goes for genuine desires, but it's important to remember that it's not the superficial desire that counts, but the deep and consistent attention you give it. Are you attracting what you truly want, or something you're afraid of losing? That's why it's essential to pay attention to what you're mentally feeding. Energy follows where focus goes, and reality adapts to that vibration. If you want to change what's happening in your life, the first step is to change the content of your attention. Start by observing your daily thoughts. Are they building or sabotaging your dreams? A simple practice is to dedicate a few minutes of your day to visualizing what you desire, as if it were already real. And of course, remember that this practice isn't just about wishing. It's about feeling the vibration of what you want and allowing that energy to resonate with the universe. Everything starts with the power of attention, but there are more nuances to this journey that we'll soon explore. Not all attention is the same, and understanding the different types can completely change how you interact with reality. There are two main types of attention: polar and non-polar. Polar attention is when you focus with strong emotional charge, whether positive or negative. This could be an intense passion for a dream or an uncontrollable fear of disaster. Non-polar attention, on the other hand, is more neutral, free from judgment and expectation. It's the ability to observe what's happening without being attached to a specific outcome. And this difference is crucial because while polar attention attracts situations in line with the energy you emit, non-polar attention allows you to observe and choose without emotional interference. Polar attention works like a powerful magnet. When you strongly vibrate on something, whether desiring or fearing, the universe responds with equal intensity. This can be positive, of course, but it can also bring challenges, especially when the emotion driving that attention is negative. Non-polar attention, however, places us in a higher state of consciousness, almost as if we're in tune with a softer vibrational frequency, where we observe events without urgency or attachment. When practiced, this form of attention can be deeply healing, as it doesn't feed the emotional currents that usually trap us. Think about moments in your life when you simply let go without worrying or trying to control the outcome. In those instances, things flowed naturally, right? That's non-polar. The trick is learning to switch between these types of attention depending on what you want to create. At times, polar energy can be used to manifest something with passion and force, while at others, neutrality can open doors you didn't even know existed. The question is, when should you use each? And how does this impact your ability to accept what life presents to you? Accepting reality as it is may seem like a challenge, but it is the starting point for any deep transformation. When we talk about manifestation and creating new realities, often the first obstacle is the resistance we feel towards the current situation. That pushing against, that internal struggle, consumes valuable energy that could be used for something much more productive, the creation of new possibilities. Acceptance, contrary to what many think, is not resignation. On the contrary, it is the act of making room for the new. When you accept, you dissolve resistance and allow the quantum field to adjust to your new vibration. How many times have you heard that you need to accept in order to move on? This is more than just a simple catchphrase. By accepting, you begin to align your frequency with the present, releasing the chains of the past or the expectations of the future. This doesn't mean you have to like or settle with the current situation, but rather that you must stop fighting against what is. Resistance only prolongs the presence of unwanted circumstances. By accepting, You allow the energy to start flowing again, like a dam that opens to let water run freely. And when energy flows, new opportunities naturally begin to arise. Acceptance is like the calm before the storm. It is a moment of pause, of observing without judgment, of being at peace with what is. From that point, you are ready to act consciously and purposefully, without being overwhelmed by frustration or fear. The moment you accept, something changes within you. It's almost as if the universe recognizes this new stance and starts rearranging the pieces around you. And this is where the true process of healing and transformation begins, because by accepting, you are also ready to face and dissolve the resistance and fear, which we will explore next. Resistance and fear are frequent companions on the journey of manifestation. Every time you feel something is heavy, or things aren't flowing as they should, it's likely you are feeding some form of resistance. This feeling can be subtle, like an internal unease, or intense, like a paralyzing fear. Fear is often the root of this resistance. It shows up in the form of doubts, insecurities, or even mistrust in your own power to create. And the more you try to fight this fear, the more it grows. The secret is not to avoid fear, but to understand and embrace it as part of the process. Fear arises from a sense of lost control. When we are unsure of what's going to happen, our mind begins to create disaster scenarios and resistance sets in. This happens because the ego, wanting to ensure its safety, tries to avoid any kind of vulnerability. But ironically, it is this attempt to control that creates even more blockages in the quantum field. Imagine you're trying to keep a door closed with all your strength while life is trying to open it for you. The energy wasted in this resistance could be used to move forward toward your true purpose, but fear keeps you stuck. So how do you dissolve this resistance? The first step is to accept that fear is natural and that it is part of the journey. When you acknowledge fear, it loses the power to paralyze you. Practices like meditation or simply observing your thoughts can help identify where the resistance is happening. Realizing that fear is often just a mental projection and not an absolute truth can free up a large amount of energy. And with this newly released energy, you begin to reprogram your focus on what you truly want to manifest. Speaking of reprogramming, there's a very powerful way to do this, which involves neutral attention, which we'll explore shortly. Neutral attention is a powerful tool, though often underestimated. While polarized attention is charged with emotion, whether positive or negative, neutral attention allows you to observe situations in a detached way, without interfering with what's happening. It's like watching a movie without getting directly involved with the characters or the plot. This creates a sort of pause between the stimulus and the response, opening space for more conscious reprogramming. When you free yourself from automatic emotional reactions, the quantum field reorganizes more fluidly, allowing for the dissolution of past traumas and patterns. Traumas, especially those we've carried for a long time, tend to be reinforced by polarized attention. Every time you relive a painful memory with a strong emotional charge, you reactivate that vibration in your energetic field, creating a continuous cycle of attracting similar situations. With neutral attention, this cycle can be broke by looking at a memory or situation without emotional weight. You begin to disarm the energy that keeps it alive. And this isn't just theoretical. Practices like mindfulness or even energy therapies use this approach to reprogram limiting beliefs and emotional traumas. Imagine you're facing a situation that would normally cause you discomfort. Instead of reacting impulsively, you choose to calmly observe without attaching to the outcome. This practice of neutral attention can be developed over time, and the more you apply it, the more you notice things start to adjust naturally. It's not that life becomes perfect, but the challenges lose their intensity, and you start dealing with them much more lightly. And by dissolving these emotional blocks, the energy that was once used to maintain those patterns begins to redirect towards something much greater. Quantum transformation. Quantum transformation goes far beyond a simple theory. When we talk about redirecting energy, we're dealing with a deeply practical shift, capable of tangibly changing the course of everyday life. Think about the times you've unknowingly wasted your energy fighting something inevitable, clinging to old patterns that no longer make sense in your current journey. By recognizing and dissolving these blocks, you free yourself from an invisible weight that was keeping you stuck. The energy that was once consumed by fears and resistance begins to flow freely, allowing your vibration to align with the creation of new realities. The quantum field, which responds directly to your vibration, starts to act in harmony with your intention, making results quicker and more visible. This transformation can be compared to a strategy game, where every move, whether it's a thought, an intention, or an action, directly influences the board of life. When you play without clarity, driven by fear or doubt, the results seem random and frustrating. But when you become aware of your moves and act with purpose, you begin to shape the game with greater mastery. And this is where the power of quantum transformation reveals itself. You're not just changing external situations, but deeply transforming your internal response to them. This gives you a new perspective, a new level of control over how you navigate life's inevitable challenges without being swept away by them. Over time, this process of conscious creation becomes as natural as breathing. You start to realize that you're not separate from the vast universe around you, but an essential part of it. Every thought, every vibration you emit directly impacts your experience. This union between your personal energy and the universal energy field is the key to unlocking the infinite possibilities that have always been within your reach. By redirecting your energy beyond resistance and fear, you become a true co-creator of your reality, manifesting meaningful changes in all areas of life. And once this fusion occurs, the limits that once seemed insurmountable start to disappear, revealing a universe of limitless possibilities that has always been waiting for you. Now that you understand the power your energy holds to manifest quantum changes in your life, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Are you ready to start observing your vibrations, adjusting your frequency, and finally attracting what you desire most? Think carefully. You already have all the tools at your disposal. The universe is waiting for you to take the initiative, to redirect your energy towards what truly matters. And that transformation can start today with small steps, like meditating, practicing mindfulness, or even changing how you react to situations. Are you ready to take that leap? If this idea resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to continue learning about how to use your energy to manifest the reality you desire. Leave a like, Share this video, and of course, don't forget to watch the video that will appear on the end screen. In it, you'll learn even more about how to expand your consciousness and stay on this path of transformation. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And remember, the universe is always conspiring in your favor. You just need to align your vibration with it.